me, I work for Ineos. Ooh. Giro. Who's going to win the Giro?
What about Jonas?
Is he doing Giro Tour?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's ballsy. What's occurring, bud?
What's occurring? Brought to you by Rouvy.
How's things, mate? All good?
All good, all good. So, what's the plan today? We got some predictions, right?
Well, mate, new season. We're going to once again put our necks on the chopping block and try and predict the winner of some of the biggest, some of the biggest bike races out there, monuments, Grand Tours, all the big week stage races. Try and predict the winners, but we got a rule, haven't we? You can only say a person once, so just to mix it up a bit. So we're not saying Pogi.
I like that rule. Although, I'll be honest, I haven't really prepared much for this. I've just seen the list, so yeah, let's go with it. Let's see what happens.
Paris-Nice.
I'm gonna go Kevin Vauquelin.
Ooh, look at me! I work for Ineos.
No, but genuinely, I don't know how well he's going to be going, and by then, but that would be a great story, wouldn't it? That would be a great start. There's a TTT in there. There's obviously a TTT in the Tour as well, so. But we'll have a decent squad there, so yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. It'll be I'm going to back him. Him, Onley, Carlos, they're all going there, so it'll be a good race, mate.
Anyone else who's not Ineos, or?
I don't think so, mate. The 3-horse battle.
I'm going to go. Jorgensen won it the last 2 years, but that. The Saturday stage goes up to a Ron. I think it's a bit too hard for him. And the Sunday stage is completely changed. You seen that?
No.
You know how it's always the same. It's completely different. Completely different. It also goes up to like 1,100 meters. I'm going to go Almeida. TTT, they got a good, strong squad. And I think it's going to be a proper climbing purist that wins, because that Saturday, Sunday are two harder stages than what we've had the last few years. Milan-San Remo.
You can probably guess. I'm not trying to be biased here, but I'm backing Pippo, mate. Been on the podium twice before. He's the Italian stallion. They all love him there. It's obviously a big goal for him start of the year. I just really want to see him win as well. So it's this is massively heart as much as head, but I'm backing Pippo, mate.
I'll go with it, mate. I'd love to see Pippo win. I've been teammates with him there. I've seen him when I wasn't a teammate with him there perform. Podium twice. I think he had another top 5 or something, didn't he, as well? Maybe I'm wrong. But he's been knocking on the door a long time. And although he's not a teammate, I still want Ineos to succeed, and I still want, more specifically, Pippo to succeed. He's an absolute gem. So, yeah, I'll go with it, mate. Pippo Gana, Milan-San Remo.
Sweet.
The Ronde?
Eh?
The Ronde van Vlaanderen.
Ronde van Vlaanderen. Has Van der Poel won it No, who won it this? Did Pog win it this year?
Pogi. But Van der Poel was sick coming into it.
Van der Poel, Pogi, Pedersen are kind of the favourites. Who else is? Oh, Wout.
Big 4, aren't they?
Yeah. I'm going to go Van der Poel. I'm taking first pick all the time here. But
I know, I was going to go Van der Poel. And there's a reason. Because the next race, I can only pick Van der Poel once. And the next race is Paris-Roubaix. And I think Mads for Paris-Roubaix and Van der Poel is more I think Flanders is a lot more man-o-man. And I think, yeah, maybe Pogi can beat him. But apart from that, nobody else can beat him. And I think man-o-man, yeah, Van der Poel for Flanders. But for Roubaix, I'm then going to go Mads Pedersen.
Yeah, I was thinking similar, although I won't go Pedersen. I think I'll go Wout. I think it's less, it's not less physical, but, well, you know what I mean? You don't have to be, skills and racing, and I think we need skills in all of them, to be fair, but I think for Wout, I think he's got a better chance in Roubaix than Flanders.
Yeah.
And I'd like to see him win that, actually. He
He's
hasn't
just
won
had
it before,
another
has
setback,
he? He hasn't won either of them, has he?
No. He just had another setback in the cross with his ankle, hasn't he?
Oh, was he? I didn't see that.
Yeah, last week he went around a corner in the snow. He was on Van der Poel's wheel, right-hand corner, off camber, slipped, put his foot out. He had an operation, but apparently he's back on the bike already. So,
Okay.
so I'd also like to see it. I think he's good for the sport. He's a nice guy. He'd be a very worthy winner.
Yeah.
But Mad is going to win.
Yeah, wow for me. Liege-Bastogne-Liege.
Paul Sextus is going to win Liege-Bastogne-Liege, Geraint.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Heard it here first.
No, fair play. Was he up there last year? Like 7th or something, or was that
No, that was
somewhere else?
Lombardia.
Ah, okay, yeah. No, to be fair, he had a hell of a year, didn't he, this year? So why not? In recent years, it's been Remco's race, haven't he?
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, is there any other race I'm going to put Remco in?
No,
I don't think there is, so I'm going to go Remco. Hey?
Well, Pogi's won it the last few years, but Remco a couple of years before that now.
Right, yeah. No, true, yeah. But Remco's had a few issues, haven't he, the last couple of years? I don't know if he's done it every year, but anyway, whatever. He's performed there definitely in the past, so yeah, come on, Remco, lad. He's a friend of the pod, isn't he? So I'm going to say him.
The little bastard's going to win Liège.
Don't forget we're working with Rouvy this winter to keep the legs turning.
Head to Rouvy and use the code WATTS for an additional 30-day free trial when you sign up for the first time. The code is valid for single monthly subscriptions for new subscribers only.
Rouvy is on a mission to bring the indoors to the outdoors, letting you ride real routes from around the world, all from your own home.
And it's not just riding. Rouvy can help you hit your cycling goals with a huge workout gallery and structured training plans, including plans from World Tour teams Lidl Trek and Visma Lisa Bike.
Plus, our What's Occurring group rides are live every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. UK time, so you can train, ride and suffer together.
Start now and get ready for the next outdoor season with Rouvy. Use the code WATTS for an extra month free when you subscribe for the first time.
Giro. Who's going to win the Giro?
Well, I guess we're going to get onto this talking point with Jonas doing the Giro at some point, but who is there? There's Jonas, Almeida, Carapaz, Timon and Egan from us. I'm sure I'm missing one more sort of
Big dog.
Derek G's doing it. Be interesting how he goes now, new team in Trek and stuff. But the good thing with the Giro is a lot can happen. It's not as structured as the Tour. A lot can happen in the Tour, but it's a lot more unpredictable when you compare the two. Teams are generally less strong as well, so that kind of means for Jonas, for example, he's not going to have like a Tour team around him. There's going to be a couple of weak links. Bit of sickness or injury in the team, someone's not quite on the game, his team around him won't be as strong. I'm not saying they won't be strong, but I just think there's more opportunities to maybe attack him in that final week. Almeida or Timon, Carapaz, all three of them are quite diesels but strong, go long. I think nothing's guaranteed, but Jonas he's pre-Andy, isn't he? So I think I'll go him. If I was
it's his race
man,
to lose, right? It's his race to lose. He's arguably the favourite, and I think with our rule of you can only use one name once, I think it's a good time to use the name of Jonas Vingegaard. So I'm going to agree with you. I think it's his to lose, despite him probably not having the team that he's had in the Tour the past few years, which was arguably first or second best team in the race. He's still not probably the strongest team in the race, them or UAE again. So, yeah, I think Jonas.
To mix up then, I'm going to say Almeida.
Almeida's going to beat Jonas.
He's due a big win. Well, not man v man, like purely physically at the minute, but it's bike race, isn't it? It's a Giro, and yeah, I'm backing my man, Almeida.
And you do get some surprises in the Giro. Del Toro was winning until stage 20 this year. Like, you never would have expected that.
Yeah, the way Froome won, the way Kruijswijk lost it, the way, Dumoulin with his poo incident,
Yeah.
A lot happens, yeah.
Right, as you know, we've been debating our favourite things about Wales, but this week we're going to hear from Manon and Emma over at What's Occurring Fem about their favourite places to ride back home. Here they are.
Right, Emma, it's time for our favourite part of the show with Visit Wales. Today we're going to be discussing our favourite coastal road in Wales. I feel like Wales has the most amazing coastline.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's hard to pick.
I do have
but
one,
have you
though.
got one? Go on.
Yes. This is quite unique to Carmarthen, but I used to ride with my sister from Carmarthen to Llangefn.
Nice.
Like, it was close to the beach, along the coast. It was a really nice ride, actually. There was quite a big hill in it, and I just remember when you get to Llangefn, like, the beach opens up.
It's beautiful down there.
Yeah, it is really nice. And I remember it just being our local beach, and yeah, I used to enjoy just going there. Me and my sister, pretty much, we went a lot. Sometimes my dad would come and my mum. And then, but always, so every time we'd go there, it'd be most of it downhill. And then we'd ride, like, we'd be like, we got to ride back, and it'd be all uphill.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's so many to pick from.
And
like,
I also
it's such a
remember
nice
there's
place.
being an ice cream van and a fish and
Yes, there is. There's always an ice cream van there. Like,
That's
every time.
even more motivation to ride there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there is. It is really nice there.
And you can see what's Llanstefan's here, and then straight across is
what's Llanelli? Buryport.
no.
Yeah. Is it not
No,
Buryport?
Buryport's a bit further over, but there's I'm just gonna have a very quick look.
You can see another.
Ferry side.
Oh yeah.
It's like literally, I think you can like almost walk over to it, but there's like
no, you are
Yeah.
right. Yeah, you can literally see it, and especially on like a clear day, you can literally see like the train going around it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Love that.
that's mine.
Mine is because I rode from North Wales
She did.
to South. I saw the whole of Wales and I got to experience some lovely roads. And I rode from Harlech to Barmouth, which I've never ever been to before. And I'm so glad that I picked that route because it was along the coast and it felt like you were in the middle of nowhere. It was so beautiful. And it was like blue sea, white sand. It felt like I was on holiday.
Wow.
But when I did it, it was very windy. So very windy. It wasn't raining at that point, but it was so beautiful. And North Wales is definitely somewhere I definitely want to go and explore more.
Yeah,
the
I've
roads are
never
so
been.
good. And I feel like it's obviously not as many people go there. So it's so quiet and beautiful. I love it.
Yeah, I've never actually. I don't think I've been to North Wales that much.
We need to do a little cycling trip up north.
I know. I feel like
Yeah.
I'm very fond of the south.
Yeah.
And all along the coast, Pembroke. Well, I mean,
Carmarthenshire.
that is where I'm from.
Yeah.
But yeah, the north. Yeah, it does intrigue me. Get my bike out
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
A
yeah.
lot of people go like camping there around there.
Yeah.
It's really pretty.
Yeah. I'd also love to hike up Snowdon as well.
Ooh.
Maybe we
Maybe
can
that could
take
be a
bikes up
challenge
there.
of yours too.
Yeah. Maybe.
Hike up Maybe.
But what are we going to pick? The ride to Llanstefan or
I think you sold me a bit more on that. Yours seems definitely more coast along the coast. Mine's
It
a
is.
bit more
There's a
end
nice-
towards the coast.
yeah.
We'll go with your one.
And Barmouth is a lovely little town, and there's a aqueduct.
A
I
what?
think I think it's an aqueduct. It's like a bridge.
An
and
aqueduct.
Aqueduct, yeah. It's a bridge. It's an old railway bridge. It goes across the sea, but it's only open to pedestrians and cyclists.
Oh.
And it's really nice. Yeah.
Have to go.
Okay, let's go with mine.
Yeah.
I think now is just a good time just to touch on Suisse as well. It's got a completely new format this year.
Yeah, it's weird that. Is it like 5
yeah.
days?
It's only 5 days, and one of the 5 is a time trial, and the other 4 are all on circuits. Yeah, they're trying something new. The way I see it, I think there's a lot of benefits, some negatives, but I actually don't mind the idea. Quite big circuits, but on circuits. Great for the crowds, the spectators. You can go and stand in one place. I think great for safety. I think that's a big reason they're pushing it. Obviously, the Gino Mader incident and the incident in the World Championships both resulted of a death, sadly. So, the less road you have to cover, the less road you have to check and secure. So there's definitely a strong safety aspect in there. But we're not going to go over Suisse. We're going to focus on Dauphine. But for anyone listening not up to date with the news, it's worth being aware. Bit of a new format in Tour de Suisse.
All right, so I think Pog's actually going to Swiss. So
I've seen that, yeah.
I don't think you're going to put him down for Dauphine anyway, and then not have him for the Tour. So, who? I know who I'm going for. My boy, Oscar Onley, Dauphine. Boom. Flying the flag for Scotland, 1 year out from the Grand Depart. Oscar Onley, boy.
If Pogi goes to Swiss, which he's down for, then, yeah, Remco, Dauphine, boom. This is aligning quite nicely. I'm happy with this.
or Lipovic. That dynamic will be interesting.
Roglic has always got a good track record in 1 week stage races.
Roglic, yeah.
But no, Remco for me. Tour de France, mate?
Yeah, it's hard to see past Pog, innit? Yeah. Not much more to say, actually.
Moving on.
By the way, that's not saying it's a foregone conclusion, but it's more, we've already said Jonas. Those two, there's a gap between those two and the rest at the minute. There was a gap between Jonas and Pog as well this year, but I think it's still, nothing's guaranteed. Nothing's ever guaranteed in sport. And it's, of course, Pog is like phenomenal and he's the man to beat. He's the favourite by far. But like, if everyone else just just accepts that, then what's the point in even going, eh? So, moving on. Vuelta.
Yeah, so we got Vuelta and Lombardia to go. I know Lombardia. I know who in my head. Should we work backwards?
Who are you saying for Lombardia then?
Del Toro.
Oh,
he was so good at the back end of this season. The amount of races he won. I think, yeah, with a lot of names used, I think I've still got a strong favourite there for Lombardia. But then Vuelta is... I don't know. Does Ayuso do Tour Vuelta?
Oh, Ayuso, yeah, I forgot about him.
Does he do Tour Vuelta? If so, maybe he's my man for the Vuelta. Because if Vinny
It's hard
does...
though, innit? Hard backing up with the Vuelta if you'd gone for the GC in the Tour.
Yeah.
Different if he goes for stages in the Tour.
All right, I'm going to go Ayuso. I'm going to go Ayuso.
Yeah. I can't get Carapaz out my head for some reason for the Vuelta.
Who have we missed? We've missed Lipovic, Roglic, Mr. Vuelta himself, Pellizzari.
He's actually going for the Vuelta, isn't he? Roglic. Is this his final year?
Gotta be. With the team, with contract.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I just do one for the old boys. Maybe I just say Roglic.
It's a way to go out, isn't it?
That would be a
I
way
mean, it's
to
not a
retire.
bad bet. What's he won? 4, 5, 6? How many of them has he won?
I think it's 4 or 5, isn't it? I think it's 4.
So we
yeah,
won
sod it. I'm
in
going
24,
Roglic.
21, 20, and 19. He's won 4.
You were reading that, I hope. You didn't just remember that, did you?
No, I know that. I know my stats, mate. No, I read it. Of course I did. I think we've done all right there. There's a lot of speculation. There's a lot of guesswork because we don't know who's going where, but I think we did quite well. Well,
Yeah.
we'll know in a year, won't we?
I didn't actually give a name for Lombardia there, by the way, but I'll just say Carapaz because I couldn't get him out of my head for the Vuelta. I'd go Rog in the Vuelta.
Right then, sports fans, how many of you use a VPN?
Well, if you do, or you know you need one, we've got a special offer from NordVPN.
There's a whole list of reasons why a VPN can be critical, from accessing your favourite content, like cycling while abroad, to protecting household devices to ensure you can safely access the internet.
NordVPN makes it effortless to do all of that and more. We connect to NordVPN with one click, change our virtual location easily. This means we never have to worry about missing a race.
Now we're not riding the Tour de France anymore. NordVPN makes sure we can watch it wherever we are. We can also secure our internet connection on public Wi-Fi in airports, hotels, cafes, anywhere we go.
So if you want to try NordVPN for yourself, go to nordvpn.com/what's occurring. And our link will give you an extra 4 months for free on a 2-year plan. It's the best discount available and equivalent to the price of a cup of coffee per month.
Plus, there's no risk with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee.
So that's nordvpn.com/what's occurring. We've also left a link in the podcast description if you need it.
Time for a quick shout out to our sponsors, Visit Wales. If you love riding your bike, Wales is honestly a dream. Big climbs, quiet roads, and views that'll make you stop mid-ride just to take it all in.
Whether you're heading out with your mates for a proper ride in the hills, bringing the family for gentle trails, or just fancy escaping on your own for a bit of peace, Wales has got it covered.
So, next time you're planning a ride, make it Wales. Check it out at visitwales.com.
Seeing we're on that subject already, Red Bull with their... So they've got Remco, Lipovic, Roglic, and also Hindley, who's won the Giro.
Pellizzari.
Pellizzari had an incredible year with them, yeah. And is the Russian guy? What's his name?
Vlasov.
Vlasov. Is he still there?
Yeah.
He's kind of fallen out of that bracket a bit, but there's some hitters there. I think that'll work well.
I mean, I think Roglic is going to be... It's the big three. I think you got to look at the dynamic of the big three, don't you? Which is right now Lipovic, Remco, Roglic. I think the rest kind of know their place. And I think it's all about the management, and I think that the three individuals will do as they're told. I think they're all quite straight up professional guys. You say to Roglic, right, you're preparing the Vuelta, we'll go prepare the Vuelta. You say to Remco, right, you're preparing the Tour or whatever, they'll do it. But it's just, I think it is quite a tough situation to manage. More so, I don't think Roglic he'll just chill. But Remco and Lipovic, two young guys who, Remco's obviously just joined the team. Lipovic already there, the German within the team. But no, I think they're all good guys. I don't see it being an issue. You see any issues there?
You say they'll do what they're told. It's a funny one, that, isn't it? It's kind of like the riders need to be fully bought into it and not necessarily be told what to do. And some of those, egos and stuff, you don't know how it's going to work. So it'd be interesting. Yeah. There's absolutely no reason why it wouldn't be good, though. You got to see the positives from it. It's interesting. They've definitely, invested heavily in that, haven't they? So it'll be.
What about UAE then? They've got, I think they've strengthened their team. They got, from the GC standpoint, Pog, Almeida, Yates, Vine, Del Toro. Some solid guys there. Mission 100, I think is possible. I think they made a great signing in Benoit Krosnofoy. If they're looking to, just week on week go to races and win consistently throughout the year, I do think that the 100 victories is in the back of their mind. Is something they want to be the first team ever to achieve that. They came so close this year. I think another year of domination, to be honest. That is my thought.
How long is this? I know it's off, not quite the question, but how long is this domination going to last? Because you look at just for example, football now with Man City and Liverpool for 2, maybe 3, 2 big years where they were 100 points each, which is mad. Do you think it's what? Because it's not going to last. I can guarantee that. But
no, I think the point it'll stop is where Pog stops becoming the best rider in the world by a long way. Because when they lose him, when you lose that one person, I think the rest can crumble a little bit beneath them. I don't know how.
Well, it's like when a mafia boss gets killed, isn't it? It's the fight for leadership is
everything's built around him. Fight for leadership. I don't know how the backers would take it. UAE. If they went to the Tour de France and didn't win. I don't know if they went year on year on year, how committed they are. Again, just complete speculation, I don't know. So I think for the next few years, I don't see a lot of change. They got the money to buy who they want, when they want, do what they want. And it's a very well-run team. They credit where it's due. Not taking anything away from them, but I think next few years, there's one dominant team.
Yeah. The tough thing for them, though, I think now is... once people have been there for a while, keeping them happy and content in having... Well, the fact that Pog is so dominant, though, is kind of one of them, well, if I leave, am I going to beat him anyway in that race? But it does limit them, because they've got a lot of good guys. So if you got Pog, for instance, does these 20 races that he is podium in, if not winning all of them, and then you got the other 20 guys, but then they've got 5 or 6 guys that are all fighting for some sort of leadership in that. That's the bit that I think they will struggle with first. That'll be their biggest challenge. Guys will start leaving, and then it's replacing them with just as good guys. Because we saw that in Sky. After a few years, Richie Porte wanted to try and win himself, so he left. fortunately we got like, I don't know, Wout Powell's or someone around that similar time. Then he sort of stepped in there, and then Wout, after 4 or 5 years, was kind of the same one. He wanted to go and have his thing. So it's that's just how it is. That's just like athletes, they want to do their best, don't they? So that's what they're gonna have to overcome.
Yeah, I agree. I think for a domestique, the one place you want to be is where you win everything. So for a domestique, no problem at all. But for, we've already seen it happen with Ayuso. It's guys like that, and replacing guys like that who can go to any other race and win, or if they went to any other team, almost any other team, they go to the biggest bike races and they're leader. But then you go in and you have to race against him. I think, let's be honest, a big part of it comes down to financials. If they're prepared to pay you that, crazy money to go and have your own opportunity and support Pog, at the end of the day, I think guys are hungry and they want to go and win races, but at the same time, money talks. So it's finding that balance, isn't it?
Yeah. And it's a heap of things that come into it as well, isn't there? Like if your mate leaves, or you're not quite, the environment doesn't quite still work, and like money is a big thing. But if you're talking about 2 mil or 1.8 mil, like, you'd go where you're going to be happy, wouldn't you? Or 1.5 or whatever it is, So it's just I think I agree. I think they're still going to be super strong next year. There's no doubt about that, because Visma, they're still good. I'm not saying they're bad by any means. Second best team in the world, really. But they had that time where they won all 3 Grand Tours, didn't they, with 3 different guys. Jonas was winning, and that's by no means underperforming, but they've come to drop down a level, haven't they? Really?
Yeah.
It's just tough to keep that going, really.
And I think this year has actually been the first year where it's been quite clear the guys going in haven't replaced the guys going out. For me, maybe I'm wrong. They've lost Benoot, they've lost Coy, they've lost Utebrix, they lost Walter, who is very underrated. I thought he's brilliant, brilliant teammate. They lost Van Baal. There's 9 riders in, 9 riders out, but they're the key riders they lost, and they've been replaced by, Bruno Almorai. I'll go through the big ones: Owain Doull and Piganzoli. They're kind of like the big 3, if you like, replacements. They're not as good a team this year as they were last year.
No, I agree with that on paper, but I think if they can develop them,
which they've got a good track record of doing. Yeah.
And all 3 of those boys you just mentioned then have got good headroom, I believe. Even Doull, he's, how old is he now? He's 30?
Must be early 30s.
So, but he can still improve. And I think that's the key thing, isn't it? Keeping everyone moving forward. But it'll be interesting.
I mean, Piganzoli, I'm saying it was wrong. Piganzoli, it's not Piganzoli. Piganzoli, however you say his name. He's the big one, isn't he?
Yeah, he's talented, that boy.
He's talented, yeah.
So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that goes. But what about Jonas? Going to the Giro?
Is he doing Giro Tour?
Yeah. Well, I think he is, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's ballsy, isn't it? It very rarely works. Are they doing that to make sure they get a Grand Tour win, as almost accepting defeat to Pogi, or are they doing that thinking, he's got such an engine, he'll actually perform better at the Tour with a Grand Tour in his legs before? I don't know. I hope it's not that they're already worried that they can't win the Tour, because otherwise Pogi's just going to run away with it and it could be quite a mundane Tour de France. But I mean, you got to mix it up a bit, right? The last 2 years they've gone and they haven't got close. I know he's had his setbacks and what have you, but change is good. I rate it. Yeah, I rate it.
I'm struggling with this one. It's kind of, I can see it both ways. I can see it from the fact that it's the Giro. The Giro is still massive. It's such a good race. It's so, if anything, better than the Tour in a lot of ways. He's won the Tour and the Vuelta. This will just, you'll have all 3 if he was to win. But then I'd also ask, if Pog, the night of the Tour, something happens and drops his recovery drink on his foot, breaks his toe, can't race. I'm trying to think of something that's not too bad, but you know what I mean? Suddenly he's not in the race, or he crashes out on the first few days. And Jonas is there now. What is he thinking? Like, if he's done the Giro, you know, what, like that, if that opportunity's there, like, or if you said to him, if Pog pulled out of the Tour in June or now, what would Jonas do if Pog turned around today and said, "Oh, I'm not doing the Tour"?
Yeah. I mean,
Would
for
he
me,
still do the Giro?
My gut just tells me the second best Grand Tour rider of the current generation should prepare 100% for the biggest bike race in the world. That's what I would. Yeah, that's probably the romantic side of it. Is just that you want to go see the best riders at the biggest bike race go head to head, and just you want to see a war on the side of a mountain. But yeah, you know, Visma, I think they're one of, or if not the smartest team out there. I think the way they operate is second to none. So you know, there's probably a lot of thoughts and calculations that have gone into this that we're completely unaware of. I honestly assume it's that with the engine he's got and the way he operates, to be best at the Tour de France is to do a Grand Tour before it. That's what I think. Which historically has not been a good combination, but everyone's different.
No, good luck to him. All right, mate. Well, there's still plenty more that we need to talk about, but we've run out of time. We're busy boys. We've got jobs to do now, but we'll continue this on the next pod.
Places to be, people to see. I think we'll keep chipping away at this. You know, every pod kind of throw in a couple of teams, assess them. There's a lot of big transfers throughout the winter. Q36 have completely changed. Trek, of course, our representative teams, Ineos and Decathlon, have kind of had quite big turnarounds. So we'll keep digging into a couple of teams every pod. But until next time, ta-da, boy. Ciao for now.
Ciao for now. Ta-da, ta-da.
Ta-da, boy.